Cody in the morning. WSM. This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Hey, just before joining us on television all over the world, circlecountry.com. Link to your favorite streaming platform from there. And, of course, we continue WSM Radio worldwide at WSMradio.com, 650 AM WSM. And Charlie was referencing the Titans and the 96-degree game day temperature. And it's kind of like rookie camp this morning on Coffee Country and Cody. Amber Anderson, rookie year, first starting performance.
Thank you for that introduction.
Oh, do we make you sing your alma mater?
Walk-up music or walk-on music. What'd you say?
They used to make you sing your alma mater during rookie camp.
But my favorite was they would make you, they for your helmet, they would take a piece of tape, that wrap, ankle wrap tape, and make an R and stick it on your helmet. Yeah.
I would wear that.
It's like, guess who the rookie is?
I could not sing my college alma mater, but I could definitely do my high school.
Could you sing your fight song?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I won't.
Yeah.
But
the Vandy alma mater is the same song from Dirty Dancing. At Kellerman's.
Really?
It's the same melody. At Kellerman's, we la na 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 na. It's the same melody.
But Dynamite is their fight song, right?
Yeah, they stole that too, I think so. Yeah.
From Brenda Lee, perhaps?
Why don't they use like Anchors Away or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I love fight songs. Y'all will learn this about me.
Okay.
For sure.
We're learning a lot about you in a couple of weeks you've been here.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
What are you working on this morning?
We have some exciting news out of my home state of Florida. John Party is going to be bringing his Christmas tour down south, so we're going to talk about that, as well as kicking off yet another season of Sunday Night Football with our girl Opry member, Carrie Underwood. And we have a new Miss America that has just been crowned, so we will talk about her, send her some congratulatory vibes, and then we're going to talk about Justin Moore and the decision he made with his band.
And to leave his dip in while he was doing the interview.
I'm so glad you enlightened us on that, because now when I listen to it, I'm going to hear that every time.
I think he may have put a dip in the last time he was on the show on the Assembly Food Hall stage.
I would not be surprised.
So for people joining us on television, Amber grew up in Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
That's right.
You're a Gator fan. You're a Steeler fan.
My teams are all very random.
WNBA
super fan.
Yeah.
Super fan.
Who's your team?
The Las Vegas Aces. I know.
Who's your girl?
Asia Wilson. And then Paige Beckers. Paige is I can't even. She's so good.
So we're going the South Carolina Yukon route.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Asia is actually in my sorority. And so we followed her, from her days at South Carolina. And obviously she's...
I called her games. Yeah.
Out of this world.
Yeah.
So jealous.
They beat us by 67 points, I think.
So what, 20 seasons?
For
you.
29.
20, that's right.
Oh.
That's right. So you were closing in on 30.
That's incredible.
It's incredible. Charlie will share these stories from time to time of people he crosses paths with to this day, that 29, 30 years ago, when you started, they're grown up, they got children of their own, and you've run into them in the most unlikely of places.
Well, I know I was getting really old when all the players were born in the 2000s. That's when I knew, this is time to say goodbye to this. I started off, I was 27. I was like their older brother.
Sure.
And then I got to kind of be like parental age, and now I'm like older than the grandparents. So it's like, I gotta go. I can't do this anymore. So
from WSM Radio, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
From the Assembly Food Hall stage this morning, we welcome back to Coffee, Country, and Cody for the first time in our Acuff house home, the Simply Superior Acuff House Studio on the Grand Ole Opry Plaza. William Prince is back in the house.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. How have you been?
Oh, I'm great. You're looking younger and younger every time I see you.
Hang on one second. We got a little audio issue over here.
Hello. Good morning.
All right. Okay. We good there, Charlie? All right. So welcome, William Prince.
I I just used my flattery to nothing. I was saying, Bill, how terrific you look, and I'm so happy to be back. And we got a new friend in the studio too here. I see.
It's her rookie day.
Wow.
First day.
First day here.
This is your first day.
Oh, yeah.
I was just out there listening to you, and you sound incredible. You're doing a terrific job. Holy
Thank you so
smokes!
much. Thank you.
Wow, so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too. You do have a very calming voice.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bill hyped you up for you guys.
Oh, this place.
Well, Selkirk, Manitoba was your birthplace.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you still make your home in Winnipeg or that area?
I do. We just bought a house a year ago, actually, pretty much this week. I was on the road, and we bought this house sight unseen, and we were just taking off in a plane, and we saw it, and we said we have to get it. So I'm so excited. I might be one of the first homeowners in my family's history to finally put down some roots there. Picked up this beautiful home, and so much has been going on.
Have you moved in?
Yeah, we moved in last year. We've been there about a year now and everything, but it's funny, you're on the road, and it took us about a month and a half to actually get in and see the house and everything. So everything's been flying by just like that.
So give us the background. You said first in your family. Your family has this rich First Nations heritage.
Yeah, I grew up on what we would call an Indian reservation here in the good old US of A. First Nations reservation back in Manitoba. Pretty much a straight shot up from here, 2 hours north of Winnipeg, Manitoba, the capital. That's where I live now. But yeah, my grandfather, many times back there, Chief Pegwas was the founder of that reserve, and yeah, I still got family that lives there. It'll always be a sweet piece of home for me.
But we share, Charlie and Amber are the only children representatives on the show.
Okay.
Proudly.
Right
But
on.
you and I are the preacher's kids.
Sure, yeah.
But multi-generational for you, both father and grandfather?
Yeah, all my grandfathers were, that's where I first learned music, the country bands and all that stuff. Yeah, my wife's an only child too, so that's an interesting dynamic to grow up with.
Thank you for being so kind. The way you said interesting dynamic.
You guys don't think of anybody ever. It's really quite alarming sometimes.
You come from a large family?
I come from a pretty big family. Yeah. I got some siblings and everything, nephews, nieces, the whole lot. They're there, and they still live in Pegwas, so nice to see them when I can.
And we talk about First Nations. I don't think people realize just how traditional the country music influence is.
Oh, definitely.
They may not realize from Johnny Cash to Merle Haggard, and those were early influences for you.
Oh, definitely. Charlie Pride and everybody. What we have in common doesn't matter. You're from a small town or you're from a reservation. You're playing baseball and hockey and different sports all the time, and in between the timeouts and the breaks and such like that, there's great music playing all the time, and that's where I grew up on CCR, and you'd be hearing Johnny Cash's great tunes taunting the other team after a goal or something, or AC/DC getting fired up in there. So there's plenty of good music, and my parents are really great about that. They always brought in the great musical taste for me. Graceland, Paul Simon, one of the first songs I ever fell in love to. Or with, I should say. I'd be pretty young falling in love, but it was just, music has always been such a huge part. My dad always had a guitar around, and I guess that's why I'm the same today. I just feels natural.
Well, everybody loves genres, but at the end of the day, there's just two kinds, right? Good and bad.
Yeah,
That pretty much sums it up, right? Yeah.
Ain't the singer, it's the song, right? That's what I'm all about.
How old were you when you started playing guitar?
So playing well or playing? I was an ambitious 7-year-old and then a frustrated kid when I realized that, this is going to take some time. So it's really interesting, kids, young people can take to the piano quicker because it's so much easier to sound pretty good on a piano when you're young, your small hands and such. So I played piano up until about 11 or 12, and then guitar just appealed to me way more. And of course you get the the distortion pedals and the amps and all those fun things in there, and it just becomes a whole new vehicle for expression and annoying your parents. So I took to that right away and been playing since then. It's great. My dad was always around when he was alive to show me the good stuff.
So gospel music was a big influence. We referenced it.
It was. I'm a total heathen now. I'm so far from gospel these days. I feel that word scares people away. Let me tell you, I'm no preacher these days. I started in that, and I made this album that was an homage to those days when I was growing up, and obviously you got the whole preacher's kid thing, but I was very much rooted in country music and the greats. I wanted to be like them, and more closer link to Sinatra and all those folks, big voices. My dad always admired big voices. He had a deeper baritone voice, and it was great. He showed me all his favorites. And
my dad's guy, because same for my father, was Tennessee Ernie Ford.
Okay.
Yeah, 16 tons.
Yeah, of course.
My earliest influences.
Yeah.
My dad singing along with that on the radio.
Classic folk, of course. Yep.
When would you have first come to Nashville, William?
Sheesh, been a while now. I think you all saw me my first visit to Nashville. I came down here and I worked with Dave Cobb over at RCA, and we cut a song of mine, Breathless. That was I got signed, and we redid a song from my debut record, Earthly Days, and went on to win a Juno with that one. I think it was after the Juno win, actually. We recut one of the songs, and yeah, Dave's been a long-time friend of mine and reminds me of this place all the time. He's over in Georgia now, but yeah, I've been coming to Nashville for a better part, almost coming up 8-9 years now, I'd say, for sure.
What's the magic with him? Because he's on such a roll and everybody wants to work with him. But what's the magic in studio?
He's just a very easygoing person. He's a genuine music lover. I believe another only child, and grew up, surrounded by his love of the Beatles, and just really emulated all the great stuff. So I think over time that naturally just becomes who you are when you're always immersing yourself in great songs and great musicianship, and yeah, it just it becomes such a part of your core. And an incredible guitar player too. Showed me many a thing. So
and
big
among
shout.
the things you are, an emerging artist nominee at this year's Americana Awards.
Last year's, actually. I'm a presenter this year.
Oh, what are you presenting?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I'm presenting the first award of the night there, so I'll be there. I think it's Instrumentalist of the Year. So I'm sorry if I wasn't supposed to say that, but here we are. Hot take. Make it go viral. Here we go.
Let's sell some records, baby.
I've never been to Massey Hall in Toronto, but I always kind of think that's Canada's Ryman.
Yeah, it's a very special place. I've had the privilege of playing that place a number of times for so many different events. They host a number of events all the time. The Andy Kim Christmas Show is one of my favorite. Wow. Sugar, the man himself. I've been a part,
So does it give you a Ryman vibes? Does
for sure.
It have that feel?
It's got that prestige to it for sure. They just had a big renovation there too. I was, funny enough, I was one of the last performers before the renovation. Then I was the first performer back, I think. One of the first ones coming back when it was opened again. And yeah, I can't believe I say I've sold out that place on my own, on the last tour when we did the Stand in the Joy tour, and then I played there with my good friend Serena Ryder. We did a co-bill there one time too. And yeah, it's honestly, it's hard to beat that venue when it comes to Canadian venues.
How many does it seat, Wood?
About 2,300.
So much like the Ryman.
Yeah. It's very comfortable, beautiful.
I set this up for us. A new single and video. We're going to see it and hear it all over the world on WSM and Circle Country Television, and from the forthcoming October release called Further from the Country for the First Time.
Yes, new song. Super proud of this one. Shot by my friend over at Look Smart, and Martin Lafreniere put this one together for us. Produced by my very good friend Liam Duncan. Boy Golden, and just features my touring band on there. I'm so proud of these new songs we got coming, and this video just a beautiful bonus to the whole thing.
Make it go viral. That's the phrase that pays this morning with William Prince on Coffee, Country, and Cody.
This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
As we welcome and continue with William Prince, his new album, Further From the Country, comes out in mid-October. We just saw and heard for the first time. You said your video collection has grown dramatically. You did, what, the number 6? Was it?
Yeah, you know, the title track for this record is 6 minutes long, and I've been keeping it a secret until it drops next month, October 17th. And yeah, we, rather than do videos over the course of the year or whatever, we took 4 days, and I think we made 2 years worth of content in 4 days, and just, 40 photo shoots over the course of that time, and shot all these videos that make up the full-length video in the end. And I based it around basically alternate routes that I could have taken. I worked in a garage for a short time. I was a flagman on the highway when they're doing construction and stuff like that. All these, very blue-collar lives that all my brothers, my dad spent time working these jobs. And, if not for the stardust and the cosmos that we're here today, I'd very easily be maybe working in a kitchen somewhere. And it's these people that I have the utmost respect for in this day and age, when it's like the ones taking care of us so that we can live in great privilege and walk amongst them doing the things that we care about. And, people building roads and putting cars on the road, and, the people that serve your coffee in the diner, all those things, they're so integral to, how we get to live our life. So, very much recognizing the fact that I could be there. I should be there, you could argue sometimes. I pursued a degree in medicine. I was trying to go to med school and become a physician of some sort, work up in the northern communities of Manitoba, but just the music just always was the thing on my mind. I'd be up at 2 a.m. working on a song when I had an exam at 8 a.m. kind of thing, and de-stressing from what I thought would give me a life I wanted by the thing that actually gave me the life I wanted. And it all just came down to money. If I worked a prestigious job like a doctor, people would probably assume that I come from an education. I'd have enough money to solve what I thought were all my family's problems. And people wouldn't follow me around in the stores when I'm shopping for things, Dr. Prince, it's a very real thing, So the good doctor probably won't have the secret shopper on his ass, bugging him all the time. That's, but that was my idea anyway.
He is such a delight. William Prince on the Assembly Food Hall stage this morning. What would you like to play for us?
Well, I played you the first of the 2 new tracks. I think I'll play you this one about, it's called On Rolls the Wheel, and just very much my contemplation of time when you're coming back, and gosh, being here for the 4th or 5th time now, time just keeps rolling on, and I'm getting older, It was just the other day I was heading back from New York City to see my son being born, and he started grade 4 this past week, 9 years old. And I don't feel any older or wiser, but, time just keeps rolling, and that's what this one's about.
How special is that from William Prince?
Thanks, everyone.
That was incredible.
Thanks.
Yeah. So good.
Amber doesn't know
I'm
yet.
like,
we were all mesmerized.
I know.
So you gave up medical school to play the guitar. What was your first paying gig?
Well, I gave up talking about going to medical school. Let me tell you something. One thing that pre-med students love is talking about how they're pre-med. So I didn't quite make it, but like I said, this thing was always calling me.
So what was your first paying gig? How much did it pay?
Geez, I think the first gig's paid nothing. That's,
Food and beverage, maybe?
Just the beauty of exposure.
Brand awareness.
There you go.
The amount, I've been so exposed, you know. I'm ready to reap the benefits of being exposed over and over and over again. Anytime.
Daryl McCall, great Texas artist, used to say, people say, now, listen, we need you to play this gig, but it doesn't pay anything. But it's good publicity. Yeah. He goes, hey, I've raised a family of 4 on good publicity.
Bought a house, yeah.
That's right.
William, all the best presenting at Americana Honors and Awards this year.
Yes.
Great to see you. Please come back soon.
Oh, my man. Thank you so much, everybody, for having me, Charlie, Bill, and so nice to meet you, Amber. Love this place. Anytime you need me, so happy to come down here, and thank you for always making a little room. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
William Prince.
More Coffee, Country, and Cody is on WSM.
And her rookie day on Coffee, Country, and Cody. Very excited to introduce Amber Anderson. If you're just joining us all over the world, filling in for her co-host at Amazon, Kelly Sutton. And you have returned to Ryman Hospitality Properties from my 2016 stint. And then you went away and you were back.
Yes, couldn't stay away too long.
And we were very happy about that.
Thanks for having me.
The first time I met you was backstage at the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, I remember.
I can still see your face. It's like a snapshot in my mind.
I was probably like wide-eyed, like I work here. Who let me back here? Yeah.
Well, the amazing thing for our company is the longevity of people here, because so many people are still there.
Oh,
you know? And they'd been there a while already.
For sure. And when I came back and did like my first day in the office and orientation, all of that, greeted by a friendly face in HR, Miss Tammy. I'm like,
Tammy Albert.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, you know, so it is, you're right. I mean, people, this place, it really gets into your blood. It's hard to leave.
And Tammy's my real life neighbor up in Cross Plains White House.
I love her. Hi, Tammy.
Yeah,
she's so sweet.
Danny Hutton, Three Dog Night, 83 today. Jose Feliciano turns 80. Aerosmith's Joe Perry, the lead guitar man, is 75. And the birth anniversary of country music great Tommy Overstreet and Arnold Palmer in 1929.
I was listening to some old air checks of the real Don Steele on 93 KHJ, Los Angeles. And they were playing, and it was a hit at the time, they were playing Jose Feliciano and his version of Light My Fire.
Yeah.
The Doors.
Terrific.
Oh, my. Just him and a guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like so great. Yeah.
Charlie Tuna was on KHJ.
Yeah.
And
Humble Harv was on there.
When he would sign off every day, he'd go, another beautiful voice is next on KHJ.
Did you ever see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Tarantino movie with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio?
I have not. You will learn.
Not a Tarantino
not
fan?
a movie goer.
This, as a radio lover, though, because the radio is such a big part of that movie, and KHJ is the theme kind of on the radio through that whole movie, and that's where I fell in love with the real Don Steele.
That was red hot #1 radio stuff back in those days, for sure. So, Amber, John Party is going to your home state of Florida for a little run in December, you said.
He sure is. He is going to aim to spread some holiday cheer this year, but he's doing it only in the Sunshine State, which
it's called great routing in the touring business.
I love it. If you're going to do a tour in the winter,
absolutely,
why not do it in the beautiful state of Florida? He's going to kick off the 4-date The Christmas Show tour December 12th and 13th with 2 concerts at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. And then he's going to head down to Charlie's old stomping grounds in Hollywood, Florida, to the Hard Rock there on December 18th. And he's going to wrap things up at the Hard Rock in Tampa on December 19th.
Speaking of touring Florida in winter months, did you ever have snow in Miami?
No, not in my time there. But one of my best friends, and still one of my best friends to this day, Mike Rosenthal, still has the Miami News from, I think it was 1975, that said snow in Miami. And it was about a dusting. And it paralyzed that city like a half-inch paralyzes us. Yeah.
So Fort Walton Beach growing up, did you have snow ever?
We had a dusting. I think I was probably 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Definitely probably 5. We were in the house I grew up in. But this past winter, my parents got about 6 inches of snow.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I remember that freak snowstorm that moved in.
They got way more snow than we got here. It was wild. And, you know, my dad is from Washington, D.C. My dad's seen plenty of snow. But my mom, being a Florida native.
Oh, yeah. What
had
do you
never
do?
seen snow. So that was a fun day, getting all the pictures and watching it just kind of collect in our
That
driveway.
was one of the things I remember about living in Florida back in the mid-'80s is that the proud native Floridians would have that tag on the front of their car that said native. Had native on there with the Florida outline, the geographic outline of the state.
Yeah. They had those in Miami. I think 6 people had them. And that's about it, really.
Yep.
And the rest were from Quebec.
Yeah. When you see the Je me souviens license plates, oh man, they're coming down. They're coming down for the winter.
Miami is a melting pot for
Yeah.
sure. Well, John, you know, he's gonna bring a show. He always does.
absolutely,
He
yeah.
promises his hits, holiday classics, and songs from his 2023 album "Merry Christmas" from John Party, as well as an Elvis-inspired wardrobe.
Charlie Matos.
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus.
I mean, I've seen him perform at Graceland, and he really leans in.
Oh yeah, he and Scotty McCreery. They could do a dual Elvis tour.
That would be so good. And he's going to have a 12-piece band. Fiddle, steel guitar, and horn. So that's going to be good. Pre-sales start today before tickets become available to the public on Friday. And also, we have to mention, he's going to be at Opry Country Christmas on December 21st.
He will be our spotlight artist that night too. I think we're doing 10 Christmas shows this year, and if you've never been, it's just such a feel-good night, and
yeah.
you'll leave. No matter, you could come as happy as you could be, and you'll leave even happier. It's just a good, fun night of music at the Opry.
And that's the first day of winter, December the 21st.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not ready.
Shortest day of the year.
I'm not ready, guys.
I will point out they are all 24 hours.
But not with as much daylight. I can tell every day in the morning coming in, the evening, going to the trail, it's like it's getting darker earlier.
I'm in denial.
Yeah.
As someone
do
who
you
needs
have,
the sunshine.
Do you have SAD, the seasonal affective disorder?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
A lot
I
of
mean, we
people do.
talk about it a lot. I mean, growing up where it's sunny a lot.
Right. Yeah.
I remember trying to like, you know, moving to Nashville is a good decision. And I thought, but it's gray there a lot. How are you going to do with that?
Then there's January and February.
But you know, it's worked out pretty well. Can't complain. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Well, let's talk about Opry member Carrie Underwood. She once again kicked off the NFL football season for her 13th straight year, performing the Sunday Night Football Show Open on NBC ahead of the game this week, featuring the Baltimore Ravens and Buffalo Bills. I mean, you can't help but to just dance when you hear that, and it brings it's like it's the song of the season.
I was watching that helmet, for those of you on television watching, that helmet headbutt at the end. It's like with your own teammate in your own locker room, you have a pregame concussion.
Yeah. I'm sure it's happened.
But you were saying they have to shoot a bunch of different versions of it, right?
Yes. And, you know, it's so funny. For years watching her do this, I'm always on, you know, once you work in production and you see how things really go down, you're like, how did they pull that off? How long was that shoot? So we did find out that it is filmed at the Resorts World Theater where she did her Las Vegas residency, which I did not know. But yes, you have to change the lyrics every week because the teams change. So I can't imagine what a production that is,
Well, I'm
to
sure
have
it's
to change it
Weeks long, anyway.
and do all of those things. But, you know, her Sunday Night Football journey, it's had some twists and turns. She began performing the Sunday Night Football theme song back in 2013. And then in 2016, she debuted the Oh Sunday Night theme song, which was a spinoff of her 2016 song with Miranda Lambert, Something Bad. Then they decided to switch it up again in 2018. They went to Game On, but she actually wrote that with Nashville songwriters Brett James and Chris DiStefano, which, you know, she writes with Chris DiStefano a lot. But that ran into some issues. So then they went back to the original theme song, Waiting All Day for Sunday Night, which Faith Hill did for so long.
This is kind of my favorite. It's got a good retro feel to it.
Yeah, I do. I just say keep it classic.
All right, and Resorts World, where they filmed, where her residency was, the most expensive resort property in the world. Now, by comparison, we're building a new dome stadium, right? Should be state of the art. We're spending, I think, $2.2 billion. They spent $4.3 billion building Resorts World.
Well, it's like I'm staying at the Drake Motel.
There you go, where the stars stay.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Every time I drive past that, now I'm going to think of you guys.
Yeah.
Every time. Every time.
Well, I think Catch Secor, what Nashville was, that single, he was talking about the release of his new album recently. When he moved to town, they were busking, and I think the rooms were, I think it was the Drake, $26 a night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pool their money.
Do you think that like when kids come to tour Tribeca, that they're like, there's a hotel right across the street?
Absolutely, right across the street. Yes, yeah. Now, I am not bougie. I mean, you look at my car and how I dress. I am not bougie about a lot of things. I am bougie about hotels.
Same.
I mean, I will never go camping in my life. I mean, roughing it is like La Quinta. I mean, that's roughing. I mean,
I'm with you, Charlie.
I want nice.
What is it? The old comedian line was,
no disrespect to La Quinta. I've been at many La Quinta inns. So,
La Quinta means translated next to Denny's.
Yes.
Next to Denny's. That's very accurate. Yeah. But we have to mention Carrie will be at the Opry this Friday and Saturday for double shows, which is exciting.
Very excited for that. And tickets still available, especially great availability for the later shows. The 9:30 tends to happen. But come see us. Come all 4 times.
Yeah.
Opry100.com.
You know some people will, for sure.
All right. And just looking ahead, we got Opry Country Classics coming up. That's tomorrow night, Thursday, Opry Country Classics. And let me pull my calendar. I had it and I lost it. But Larry Gatlin, of course, will host with brothers Steve and Rudy by his side. Mae Estes is going to do Opry Country Classics. She's done it before and absolutely has a heart for it's the, we say about Opry Country Classics, it's all about the songs, the songs, and she just embodies all that as a girl growing up in
and she's
Hope, Arkansas.
Coming to see us tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Louise Mandrell is in. She performed at Jeannie Seeley's memorial, as a matter of fact, the last time I saw her.
Yeah. She and Randy Hart going to do something on piano.
And Don Schlitz, Grand Ole Opry star and Country Music Hall of Famer and Songwriter Hall of Famer and Duke Big Deal fan and all that sort of stuff. And Mark Wills.
Yes.
That is your Thursday Opry Country Classics lineup.
By the way, speaking of Randy Hart, he had a birthday on Monday, and I think we forgot to give him a shout out. So shout out to Randy Hart.
Posted yesterday that he next year will be performing at Carnegie Hall.
Debuting, I believe, was with the term.
Randy Hart, my artist.
Yes.
Debuting at Carnegie Hall in the Grand Ole Opry. I hope he's up listening this morning. You're on 6:50 a.m. WSM. It's 29 minutes after 9 o'clock. More entertainment in the second half hour of this 9 o'clock run with Amber Anderson.
This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
And the sun coming up over the Opry House this morning from the Springer Mountain Farm, Simply Superior Acuff House Studio. And Amber Anderson, it's her first day with us, filling in for Kelly Sutton this morning. You've been here for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
I got tickled when you said you came in 2016 and then you went to orientation again and you said, I could do the orientation rather than being in the group being oriented.
The poor guy running the orientation was like, you are not allowed to answer any of these questions.
If you were at the Opry and our stage manager was Wes Anderson and Whisperin' Bill Anderson and Coffee Anderson and John Anderson and Abby Anderson were all booked on the show, we would have just Anderson night and go home.
And I like this.
It's pretty possible, actually.
And Bill would like to close, by the way.
Bill would like to close.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
I am the headliner.
Yeah. Because every one of those people has played the Opry. So it's like within the realm of possibility that it could be an all Anderson night.
So what's in your musical wheelhouse? What are you going to do on your Opry debut?
Oh, you know what? You definitely don't want me to sing. You don't want me to dance either. So I don't really know.
Is Big Al Anderson still alive?
No, he's passed.
He passed. Oh, okay.
Well, now let me give that some thought. He's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Well, Big Al, if you're alive, we apologize.
We have an opportunity for you.
I didn't mean to kill you off. So, Amber, take us home, girl.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a new Miss America 2026, and I am so sorry, Charlie, but she is not from the state of Rhode Island.
All right.
And Al Anderson is still with us.
Okay.
This point.
Okay. So there we go. Well, we have Miss New York, who has been crowned Miss America 2026. Cassie Donegan won the title on Sunday after 2 nights of competition, which of course featured delegates from all 50 states, plus the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico. And in addition to the coveted crown, she also takes home $70,000 in scholarship money.
For you.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah. That's great. And I know we talked about this earlier, but I remember growing up and wanting to do pageants and wanting to do Miss America because she got scholarship money to go to college. I thought that was so cool.
And you said she's the 98th? Did I remember that from her?
She is the 98th woman to hold the title.
Okay. 36 states and the District of Columbia have all had a Miss America. and not Rhode Island.
Oh, no. So what you said at the top of the show is correct.
What about
I'm
Kentucky?
sorry.
Kentucky represent at all?
Yeah, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Florida?
I have to think
Yeah.
Florida. Yeah, definitely Florida.
Of course.
Texas, I would think.
You're picking the big ones. Yeah, California. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
How about Vermont?
North Dakota has had a Miss America, and Rhode Island has not. This is insulting.
Shout out to Tiger Lily Gold.
Yes, the country music Miss Americas.
That's right. That's right. Well, congratulations, Cassie. She is the 8th ever from New York to hold the title. So very happy for her. And if you listen to Justin Moore's latest album, or you just heard us play his current hit, Time's Ticking, you may not realize it, but you are hearing something for the first time. And that's because up until now, his touring band has never backed him on an entire project. And he decided...
Those are my brothers.
Oh, go ahead.
And I mean, we spend so much time together. We spend as much time, if not more, than we do with our own families. So you become really tight and really close knit. And some of those guys have played on some things of mine in the past, but never an entire album. So to have them be on the entire album, really probably should have done it a long time ago. And that's my fault for not having done it until this point. But to have them on the album, be a part of it, is pretty neat.
I absolutely love that, because I don't think that people know that when they're hearing musicians on a project, I don't think people know who that is, and so there are studio musicians here in Nashville that make that their entire career. That is what they do for a living. They go in and play on these projects. And so I'm sure that it's got to be super special for those guys to back him every night and then also have him on the album.
I hope you were listening closely. You could tell that he had his dip in. Justin Moore. He actually put a dip in when he was in studio with us, like in the middle of the interview.
I was reading the transcription that went along with it, so I'm now up to date.
Charlie was on it.
You can only open your mouth so far when you got a dip in and you're doing an interview. Amber, lovely to work with you, girl.
So fun.
Yes.
Thank y'all.
Look forward to it. Charlie Matos, Annie Nye, studio director, Jeff Roberts, master control, Bill Cody. From the Simply Superior A-Cup House Studio on the Grand Ole Opry Plaza. Let's do this thing again tomorrow.